want to.
Talking about discipline, we had a gentleman on our show just recently who talked about it being very difficult to get young people who come out of a chaotic environment to be disciplined.
Disruptive.
Yeah, absolutely.
How can you get someone who lives in chaos, who has no discipline at home, how do you get them in your band room or wherever you are to become a disciplined person, a person who is striving for excellence in what they do?
Wow. I love that question because that's exactly what I figure out every time I meet every single child. The first thing you have to do, and he can say that, the first thing that we have to do is capture their imagination. You have to meet them where they are. What makes them tick? The music of today's society is very influential on the kids. Music is powerful. If you ever take the time to take the headphones from one of those kids' ear and listen to the words that are being spoken, it's training them to think a different kind of way. It is inspiring rebellion when you listen to the music. And what I've been able to do is take that same music, rewrite it, put it in front of a band, tell them I'll teach you how to play this stuff, encourage them to learn how to play it. This war is a spiritual war, and the music that attacks our kids is spiritual. And when you can take it, I've been given, God's granted me the gift to be able to arrange and rewrite music, and when you take that music and you rewrite it and you put it in front of a kid, and now he says, man, I want to play that. I like the way that sounds. I want to do that dance routine. And you let them do it. But once they do it, in the process of doing all that stuff that they like to do, they're also learning structure. When you learn a major scale and when you learn how to play those different songs, now you can start sneaking in a little Mozart. Now you can start sneaking in a little harmonic structure. Next thing you know, the kid is playing scales. He didn't even know it because you approach them where they enjoy it. And you lead them to where you know they need to be. And it really is a challenge. It's like figuring out a puzzle that I just really enjoy doing.
So you reach them where they are.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You can't bring, it's very difficult to take a Bible down to the ghetto and say, listen, this is the path. You got to go down to the ghetto and say, man, I understand where you're coming from. And once you walk with me, let's play some ball. Sometimes you have to talk their language. Not to come like them, but to lead them to where you know they need to be. And they're so grateful when they're able to reflect and look back and say, wow, that's where I was. Somebody walked me through this process. It's very humbling when a kid said, thank you, because you stuck with me and you stayed with me, you inspired me. And then when you see your peers and they're growing and you have a sense of competition in the band room, you say, man, he's really playing better than you. A sense of competition helps them to strive. And now they're using those same skill sets they had on the street to want to be better and want to be noticed right in the classroom or the band room setting, playing an instrument. They change. The change is remarkable.
So Sheldon, what do your friends say to you when they see you do what you do? Those who are not in your band, because I am told that a lot of young men who are thugs or who are gang bangers, when they see smart young men, they call them nerds and they say something is wrong with them. And apparently it is not cool to be a decent young man. It is not cool to be a great youthful musician to some people.
Well, one of the things, by being in a band room where there are people like that, you learn diversity, and I feel like I can get in any situation and reach anybody, just from the experiences of being around these different type of people. Even at FAMU, I may be from a certain type of home, this person may be from a certain type of home, and there might be people that don't have homes. But the fact that we all come together to put this thing together gives us a connection already. So now band is connecting people from different walks of life, different culture backgrounds, different homes. Now I can relate to them in a way where I can get to them. So yeah, I may have a higher GPA than you, or I may, be in a better financial status than you, but that doesn't matter out there. And the band is a family environment that's created, and just with that band connection, now me and you are on the same level.
Mr. Beckford, where does the parent fit in all this?
Very tough question. A parent fits in where a parent wants to fit in. The good part about what we do at the band is when a parent comes to a rehearsal, I always encourage them to come to practice, come to the performances. Because when you see Johnny, who never cleans up his room and sucks his teeth when you talk to him and don't come back home in time, when you see that boy sitting down playing an instrument, listening to somebody talking to him, you as a parent say, there's hope. Look at my boy sitting there for 30 minutes, he ain't moved yet. You as a parent start saying, man, that's my Johnny.
But wouldn't it say also that you succeeded with them where they failed?
Well, it takes a village to raise a child, and a lot of us have different strengths. My strength is being able to capture the imagination and the heart of the young people, so they do want to sit still and listen. And you know, when you talk to our kids, they can sense fear. They can sense when you don't like them. You can't be phony with these kids. They're so intelligent. You have to come to them real. You have to genuinely love them, or they'll see right through you. So, you know, when we get frustrated as a parent trying to pay the bills and keep a roof over our child's head, that frustration comes out to a child is, my mom doesn't like me. And when you have somebody that says, man, come on here, man, I love you, man, and touch you and shake your hand and say, man, I think you could become something great. You know, it's hope that they sometimes don't get a home just because parents are just struggling to make it.
So the pressures of 21st century life.
Absolutely.
It's so great that it drives this wedge between the parent and the
Absolutely.
child.
But even more so, one of the biggest stigmas that we have, whether it be in the United States, the islands, our males have failed to be good role models in so many instances. The family structure is lacking that male. Even males that are home are not spending time with their children. The young ladies need to hear that you're beautiful, daddy loves you, without any kind of sex stuff being involved. Young men don't know how to be embraced by a real man. They feel like if somebody embraced you and give a hug, there must be something going on. So the missing male picture, I have to understand my role as a male. I have to be I have to fill that void in that child's life, and I have to figure out how do I fill the void in a child's life, so that, you know, if you don't have that male figure, you're going to be missing something. And I think when the kids that come into a band program can look at me as a caring male who's going to not take any mess from me, who's going to love me regardless, unconditionally, and is going to motivate me and push me, it inspires them, whether it be a girl or a boy, to want to do their best, because you don't want to let that guy down who believes in me.
Okay, we have to take a break here, Godfrey. This is The Platform, and Richard Beckford, the director of bands for the Florida A&M.
Oh, no.
No? They did Marching 100?
I was a member there, but Blanchely High School, that's where I'm the band director.
Blanchely?
Okay. High School, yes.
Where is that exactly?
That's in Pompano Beach, Florida.
In Pompano Beach, Florida. Okay, and he's accompanied by Sheldon McLean. We take this break and we'll come right back.